Hey guys, gonna make another quick YouTube video about another skid steer I got, the SCL1000. I've had this thing about 2 years now. I bought it, I think I had the first one that they got. Before this I had a Ditch Witch, the 600, and great machine. Didn't have any real problems with it other than the rollers on the bottom weren't I'd break the shear the pins, the bolts going into them. Not a very good design. And then also on the Ditch Witch, the 600 anyway, your pivot points were sealed and not greasable. That's where the Kubota, it's every pivot point on it is greasable. Obviously, you see by the grease that's all over my machine here. But some cool features about the Kubota is the vertical lift, and the undercarriage is way better than the Ditch Witch. This thing's rated at 1,000 pounds. I think it's like 35% of the tipping weight, so it lift quite a bit more than 1,000 just on flat ground. But a couple things that I've done to it, as you can tell, this is not the stock bucket. This is a bucket that I had for my 75, and I cut it down an inch on each side, or I mean a foot on each side. I just literally just cut it off and then re-welded the side plates back on, and then I built my own mount on the front, and this thing will handle this full of dirt, wet dirt, 3/4 gravel, as long as you're not just going straight down the hill or something. It handles it just fine. Another feature of this machine is, and obviously it won't work, like if you want to get through a 3-foot doorway, it won't work with this bucket. You got to use a 3-foot door, but this machine is 36 inches wide. I think it's like 35. So another thing I did like about the Kubota is they put your auxiliary hydraulics on the right side. For some reason, Ditch Witch wants to put them on the other side. And if you're using skid steer component or attachments, they're sometimes your lines won't be long enough. But so most of the things I do a lot of road work. Right now I'm waiting on my hammer because we've hit concrete, cobblestone concrete underneath the road, so I'm waiting on my guys to bring a hammer for this thing so we can hammer it out. But a few things I use: here's my concrete mixture that we built, and then obviously pallet forks. It'll handle that pretty easily. But yeah, I've been really happy with this machine. I've had zero problems with it. It's really fast. That's the only thing I would caution if you're looking at this thing. Your T-handle right here, if you're wide open, you go around to off-camber turn, it will throw you off. It is very quick. Start it up here. Another thing about this machine too is it doesn't have DPF, and so to get it going, you can't rev it up before you unlock it. So you've got to be standing on the platform to unlock it. Unless there is one caveat. You can unlock. You can say you're loading the machine, you're beside it or something. You can unlock it without standing on the platform. You'll just have to override it and you can't get it up, you can't get the machine above 1500 RPMs, or it'll kick it. It'll kick the it'll lock the back down. So yeah. Back on the machine. Like I said, it handles it really well. I use, the beauty of this machine is being in the roadway here where we're working. We've got one lane shut down, so we've always got cars around us, and being able to have 360-degree visibility on this is really crucial for me. So yeah, this is SCL1000. I don't remember how many hours I have on it. Let's see, 418 hours on the machine. Raise the hood here. Pretty nasty, but your fuel filters right there, your water fuel separators right there. I think this pump was there was a recall on it, so my Kubota dealer put that pump on it. The engine's back in there, your air filter, your battery, and this guard right here is covering the muffler. To change the oil, to get the oil filter, pull that bolt off, and then you got to have a special, you got to have a oil filter wrench that hooks on the outside, or the back of the oil filter. You won't be able to get like a regular filter wrench on it to get the filter off. And then to drain the oil, it's pretty cool. There's a petcock right there that'll drain the oil. Super quick to service. But yeah, had very good service out of this machine. Like I said, a little over 400 hours. No excessive play in any of the pivot points. The light on it's pretty nice when you get in dark places or at night. The tracks, this is the original tracks. I haven't put any tracks on it. But as far as power, has really good power. You got to run it wide open. Another cool feature of this machine is, for instance, there's quite a bit of a hydraulic pressure and flow difference between, say, like this concrete mixer and for instance a hammer. So what's really interesting, or what's really cool about this thing is you can adjust digitally. You can adjust your flows on each side. That's a really cool feature of this thing that I'm really impressed with. But yeah, your to run your auxiliary hydraulics is right there. This just drops the bucket. I have no idea why that's even on there. So yeah, but this is the SCL1000. All right, guys, have a great day. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May He make His face to shine upon you, be gracious to you. May He lift up His countenance upon you, give you peace.